My first guest, here's really a fine actor. A Jeremy Iron, he's starring in Kafka. He flew in from England to be a presenter at tomorrow night's Golden Globes. And you know him, was English star of Dead Ringers, The Fresnel Tennis Women, and of course, the Oscar for Reversal of Fortune. Would you welcome please, Jeremy Irons? Good to meet you. Yeah, you. I admire you work very, very much, and I know you've been on some kind of ridiculous schedule. I walked into your dressing room and I say quick what day it was, and you for a moment, like you didn't know what kind of the schedule. What happened today? Today I got up, I don't know how many hours ago, 'cause I've altered this twice already today, this watch. I think it's something like now 4 o'clock in my morning, right? And I was up at 6 in my morning yesterday. So you came out to England, then you went to New York, then I went to New York for a meeting, and then I came on here. So it's been a good day of sitting in airplanes. Yeah, does it bother you at all? Some people can handle that, but I think it's all right. It's 3 days time. You know, call me late. Yeah, not too early. Can I ask you a question? You can be perfectly honest, because you know we have talent coordinators to talk with before the show, and we kind of get an idea of what we're going to talk about. Is doing a show like this, when you're under a schedule, and you got a picture out, a paint in the ask for you? Oh, you know I'm serious, honestly. Sure, well Johnny, did I ask for something the wrong way here? No, it's great, it's great. We even in England, we see your show. And it's wonderful for me. I've been on here with Jay. I know you have, and I missed you. Well done, Jay is wonderful. But to be here, I'm slightly nervous of chat shows, because I always think that actors, what they do is on the screen, and that's what they're good at. And I like a little bit of mystery, a little bit of mystique, and you get them on here and you think, my God, they're so boring. Yeah. And all of a sudden I'm going to expose and I'm going to be naked and people are going to find a reason. Yeah, you should keep a little mystery, right? It's good to be here, put it like that. I'm glad you're here, but just, you know, careful with the questions. Yeah. Okay. And now you're really sending me over. You're going to be a presenter tomorrow at the Golden Globe Awards. Now, do they have an award show in England similar to our Academy? Where do they not? Or they do have award shows. But they don't do them very well. They're sort of a little bit more low-key. And if you're not going to do an award show really well, they're pretty tedious. Yeah, I thought last year the Academy Award show was wonderful. I thought the Tony Award show in New York, which I was involved in, was actually wonderful. I looked at it, and me aside, I just thought it was a great show. They have a lot of stuff to draw from. They got all the stuff that's going on in broad, lot talent in this country. Did you always want to be and do you enjoy acting? I know actors who've told me privately they really don't enjoy it. The rewards are good financially and the recognition, but they looked at it more of a zure than they did something that was joyous for them to do. I like it now and again, right? When it's a bit like sailing. Are you a sailor? No, I'm a stink potter. Yeah, that's what they call powerboard people. Well, for a sail, I don't stink pop. But it's when the wind's right and the S is right, and you're creaming, it's wonderful saying. And acting is a bit like that. When you get it right, you do a scene and you think it's that's wonderful moment. But I think the thing I like about it most is working with a group of people in a particular project, be it a play or a film, right? And they're all talented, hopefully, and they're all doing their job well in the same direction. And there's a sort of sound that happens when and that's the best. No, that's well put. Because standing out doing a monologue every night, I know what you're saying. When it gets into a groove and everything is working, you say, boy, this is great. Then you have those moments where things aren't working. You say, maybe I'm in the wrong business. Did you ever want to do anything else? I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was a kid. When I was growing up, I wanted to be an engine driver first, right? Railway trains. And then I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I showed no talent at all for the sciences. So I left school having no idea what I wanted to do, right? But I knew what I didn't want to do. I went to what we call a public school in England, which is a boarding school, and it was very strict and very structured society, and careers were suggested to one, and I thought I don't want none of that. I don't want to go into the army. I don't want to be a bank manager. It's all horrendous. I thought I want to play around it. All right. I want to in a way be a gypsy. I want to be able to get around the edge of the bits of society I don't like. And I think that's what attracted me to this business, right? And indeed it's given me that. I mean, I've met wonderful people in all fields who I would never have met if I was in some other specific career, right? And I've been able to bob into bits of society that I like, bits of the sort of social structure, and keep well clear of the areas that I don't like. Yeah. Are you a good business person? Most actors will admit right off. They have their fine when they're working. But the other fringe things they don't particularly care for. I have people I have my father was a CPA, charged the account, so he was clever with sums. I have no interest really. I mean I like to have enough to get by on. But as far as investing and all that sort of thing, no, I'm hopeless, yeah. Now what are you presenting tomorrow night? Do you know what? See, it's Best Actress, yeah. There when you win Academy Award like you did last year. Does it jump your salary? I mean, do all of a sudden you say, hey, Academy Award winner, therefore this goes with it? In theory, I did have one producer who called me before the awards, and he said, I want you to do this picture, and if you do it, I'll pay you X. And if you all say yes, I'll pay you X. If you win the award, I'll pay you X tons too. Well, in fact, it was not a picture I wanted to do, so I never discover whether it would have doubled my salary. In effect, I tend to do movies that I'm interested in, and they have a specific budget. And they can afford to pay me what they can afford. I try not to do things for the money, really. I don't get very happy doing that. I like if I want to do a picture, I'll do it, and they'll pay me what they can afford to pay me, and I'll try and live on that. It's a nice attitude to have. We have a little clip from, is this a kind of a detective thing, Kafka? Yeah, it's a P. Franz Kafka, is it? No. Joe Kafka or something. It's a posty about Kafka, about set in Prague during his lifetime. It's a wonderful film. Right, okay, I don't know what the scene is here, but here's a little excerpt from Kafka. Don't open that. Why not open and closing the latches? That's what activates it. Did you said that Ward was murdered on his way to the castle carrying the bomb? I mean, this is the bomb. How many bombs are? It's still easier for you to believe it was suicide, isn't it? Less trouble for the police, less disturbing for you. It's not disturbing. I go open it. Don't think they haven't been watching to them. We're all connected. The group, Edward, me and you, Gabriella. If I waited for you to understand, it would be too late. Row interesting. Yes, it's still, I like the idea, black and white. This is interesting. A lot of you probably watching said, gee, they forgot the color knob or something. Black and white, interesting. Yeah, I mean, Soderbergh, who loves film, and is very well educated in film, he wanted a sort of German expressionistic, sort of third-man feel to it. Prague, for those of you who've been lucky enough to go there, is a city that demands black and white. Really, it's got that feel. We go into color at the end of the film, right, once we get inside the cast, and then go back again to black and white. It gives it a marvelous quality, because I remember when Olivier did Hamlet, if you'd seen that in color, it would have been horrendous, because the whole feeling and the lighting and that's what all the controversy, of course, is about. The colorization of the classics now, where they take somebody's work, where they have worked long hours to get the right kind of shading, and all of a sudden you're looking at some strange buddy with red-blue eyes, when they have brown eyes. I think it takes away from the picture. I agree, I mean. In still photography we accept black and white as a particular art form, still photograph. But in movies it still makes people think it's old-fashioned or they're not getting the mage worth of their license or something. Not sure, we have to take a break. We're coming right back.